Toronto, Canada. It's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Toronto Mounties taking on the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Toronto Mounties. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Dolphins take over first and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
And they'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On second and 11 now. Darnold. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Third down.
Darnold from the gun. And Tate's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 14 carries, 62 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Darnold. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 31. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
I think this defense is still trying to recover.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, Lynn Bowden. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a toss, running left is Mack. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40! And down to the 29-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 42 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He completes this one to Mack. Mack gets hit and the ball is free. It's going the other way. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he's going back for a touchdown. Touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Marlon Mack now heading back out there. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Henry's got it out on the left side. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause. Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area. Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding.
He's going to let one fly for Tate, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
12 more yards there and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. We'll check on his status when we get back. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. He's going to let one. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Another try after the 1st down sack. Darnold. And he's going to go down again. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 15-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This one caught by Ridley. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're...
And he will take it in for the touchdown. A big play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And this offense is running away with this one.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Darnold. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Kick is good. Makes the score Monty's 42.
We're kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe Waving the white flag and just want to get out of here. Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
They go play action here on first down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. They'll run the screen with Mack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Offense. What you talking about, ref? You know.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, they'll throw. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jonnu Smith, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25-yard line.
And out come the Dolphins now.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate.
And now it's second down. Throw left side complete. It's Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Darnold from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They're going to look to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That third down conversion good for 23. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory. riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. Marlon Mack now heading. Back out there, and we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Miami set to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, Miami.
Now Darnold. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of...
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And throw right side complete to Parker. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup.
His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Darnold on third down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the right hash, this from 53. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where...
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yard.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold going right side here, and that's complete.
Darnold's pass.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On first down, it's Darnold. Caught right side, Tate. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. On first down, Darnold. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
One last throw now for Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.